Hi guys, this is Michael from the Board Games Chronicle. Today I have for you another exciting title. Today I will be talking about the Global War. Global War, also with a full name World War II, Worldwide 1939-1945, is a game by Ben Madison and published by White Dog Games. Yes, this is another game from the States of Siege series, in which in a solitary play you usually defend some area. In this case, it will be playing as allies during World War II. And this State of Siege games usually has some tracks which lead to the center or maybe to some vital areas of the country, of a broader entity which you are defending. We'll see it in a moment when we will do this unboxing, first look at, and we'll analyze how this game plays a bit. I was fortunate and privileged to playtest this game, so I'm really glad to see how it finally turned out as a finished, ready product. Looks really nice, really beautiful, uses really nice components, and pretty aesthetic. I like how the White Dog Games actually publish their games. Today we'll talk a little about game, but believe me, I will have more materials. We will be doing for sure playthrough materials. It really helps to understand the flow of the game, some important interdependencies, because here we will be able to play in 3 hours the World War II end to end from the beginning till end, which is really a cool, I'd say, possibility. And believe me, while pretty strategic level, the game will touch many aspects of the war, which you might even not know. So first of all, the box. This is the box edition, not large, sturdy, nice, usual White Dog Games production. At the back, we have some introduction to the game features, and I will spend some time on them in a moment. Then we have representation of the map and tokens. Most of the tokens are double-sided and might either be weaker or stronger version of one side, or it might be a different faction. So what we'll have in this game, we'll have both ground and naval, as well as air combat in all areas of the world. We'll have U-boats, we'll have convoys, and economy plus land lease would be one of the critical elements in this game, because this will be fueling USSS allies. We will also have German panzer armies, Axis allied units, and US Marines. Those units will be either harder to kill or some special abilities and attack possibilities. There will be carrier battles and amphibious assaults. After Pearl Harbor, which will happen, the game is slightly scripted at the beginning, which helps really put you into the proper, let's say, game and history tracks. There will be a special mini game about fighting between the carriers. What will be important are the morals of the cities, Manhattan Project, and production of the A-bomb. We will be able to capture Mussolini. We will be battling with the Germans in the Middle East and their scheming. And we will have Axis collaborators. We will have also resistance. But it will not be predefined that some things will for sure happen. There will be some possibilities to change the history a bit, but still it will have a nice influence. We'll have Churchill, FDR, so Franklin Delano Roosevelt, Stalin, and Gandhi, possibly, yes, also influencing the game. There will be a couple of things which might not be so known to the players and to historians about Ethiopia, East Indies, and Aleutians. There's a possibility to play the full scenario, but also a shorter ones, which are more playable in the short time of frame. And of course, in this game, in order to win, you would have to achieve what allies historically achieved. And I can tell you guys, this game is a wild ride. It really pushes you hard at the beginning when the Axis have advantage, and then you need to survive, gradually build your strength, and then try to reconquer whatever was taken by the Axis. Okay, enough of introduction. Let us have now look at the content of the box. Let me put here first and foremost. We have a rulebook, which is, if you ever played the games from Boardgames, exactly what you would expect. This is not a fully glossy paper, which is nice because it's not reflects light. It has a standard font for the Boardgames. The rules are not overly complex and long. It's like 20 pages, but there are some specifics which you will be learning as you play. So you might not need everything immediately in the game. So the rules goes through the game setup, what happens during the cheat draw phase, which is important because the cheats will be driving the actions of the enemies. We have a turn start phase, we have evening telegraph phase. This is a very procedural game, and actually all procedures are very nicely put with the references, in the number references. And what I can say, the game is very well proved against, all those numbers. With Axis powers attacks, so there are no errors here, for example, but there is some wrong numbering or what. You will be cross-referencing the rules from time to time, looking for some special activity. So after the Axis would have economic warfare. Yeah, it would have also play rate, which shows this. Examples are in blue, beautiful. So really, really, really nicely pointed out. When United Nations attack us, we are United Nations. We are allies as a United Nations who are fighting the Axis and the evil which landed in the war during World War II. Yeah, so as you can see, a lot of text, but believe me, well prepared. This is Pacific naval warfare, industrial phase, turn end, and how we get victory and defeat, and some short designer notes, credits also here. So the rulebook again, I'm really happy that the rulebook is not fully glossy, and it's really easy to read. Now we have here some more materials. Let me just get them that way. First of all, designer notes by Ben Madison. Also the credits to all the people involved here. I'm glad to also be mentioned here. Then we have counter trade. Now that's pretty typical for Ben Madison games, that at the beginning of the game you use the counter trade to really sort many various types of cheats. And I believe I will use Cube for me storage solution to actually put those things in a similar way. Then during the game it's so easy to reach for them. Yeah. Here we would have a setups. This is the game setup campaign scenario. Starts in 1939, and yeah, it tells you how to put most of those cheats which we were sorting here on the map. And I believe we have shorter scenario, turning point scenario, which starts in 1943. Here is 39 of course. Here is 43. And the situation is slightly different on the map. Some of the cheats were already played, and we start in the turn 12 box. So yeah, that's much shorter scenario. When we have sequence of play, we'll be using this pretty often to guide us through all the elements of the play. We need to go strictly through all the points, one by one. Some of them might not be applicable at the beginning of the game, like Pacific naval phase. It might not be applicable. Here is how the U-boats will be attacking. Pretty nasty, but you need to get rid of them, and you need to start your economy in order to win. And we have also the evening telegraph, so a random event which will make each and every turn slightly different. So we'll not only be getting the random, let's say randomly, the game turn cheat, but which will be showing us what the enemy is doing and what some specific actions we can take, but also special military events, political events, and potentially commandos. Yeah, another element in this game. Now, let me show you the map. I like the map. It's pretty, let's say, spacious map. You will be able easily to keep all your cheats where they are needed. What do we have here? Very briefly, we have 6 main tracks, A, B, C, D, E, F, like Western Front, Mediterranean, Eastern Front, China Theater, Southeast Asia Theater, in South Pacific Theater. Here we have spaces for the carriers, Japan carriers, and here their base. We have spaces for the convoys, allied air bases. Here we'll be producing the convoys in US. You have partisans, you have Tito. You have a lot of areas which will be influencing the attacks on those tracks. Also, you will have leaders here, German U-boats, and available convoys. This is the track where we'll be tracking, for example, the number of money you have to fuel the war, or other important things like also the atomic bomb. Here, high and low morale cities. Whenever some of the areas are being overrun by Axis, they will be getting an advantage in this. And also military event display and calendar. In calendar, you can see that we are playing like maximum 27 turns. First 3 turns have special cheats which you will be drawing, and then you will have all the rest. Here in the red, there are elements which you need to check during this turn. Here, when we will be drawing from the daily telegraph some events, it will be telling us whether it's on plus or minus. Usually the blue one is a plus for you, like Zhukov, Patton, MacArthur. The red ones are negative for us. So like Rommel, Meinstein, Banzai attacks. Yeah, so this is more or less how the map looks like. This is not a mounted map, but you don't need a mounted map for this game. It's completely pretty okay. And then we have the counters. Oh, I like how they produce it for the White Dog games. Beautiful counters, really nicely printed. These are the turn cheats, which are one-sided, with exception of those first 3. Here you have all the countries which can go with a high morale to low morale. You have convoys. You have the sieges, Guadalcanal, Stalingrad. I believe we should have also Impal here. We have Impal. This will be markers which shows us that some breakthrough was on one of the 6 tracks, and we will be able to push further. Here we have the carriers, and here we have the US carriers and the Japanese carriers. Blitz, which means that we might be hit in particular area track. These are the armies depending on the letter. Deutschland, Italy. This is Japan, Polish forces. Yeah, they will be placed on the particular tracks. Here are the U-boats and of course the 3 leading figures. Some of them, as I told you, are double-sided, so these are the weaker carriers for Japan. Also some specific add-ons to the rolls. This is the bombing with a bomb. Here you can see that those armies are being changed then on the Western Front once the France is overrun to the air armies striking the Great Britain. The convoys could be escorted. Here we have the partisans. There will be also some optional rules. I believe we have some of them. Let me show you. I believe I saw it, but give me a second. Yeah, Polish cavalry we have here. Yes, Warsaw uprising as an optional rule. A bomb track. So, guys, a lot of stuff inside. Really, a lot of cool mechanics. I was surprised to see so much goodies, so much ideas put into this game and developed by Ben Madison, and actually Wes Ernie also was helping him, calculating everything, whether it does make sense or not, and so on and so forth. I believe this is a great product, allowing you to really play the very complex global conflict of World War II in about, I would say, with experience 3 hours. Your first game might be slightly longer with 27 rounds going then. That's all for today. I will come back to this game for sure. I will do some examples of play, especially of the first turns when the axes are on the high racing tide, and I believe it will be really cool addition to my solitary games collection. That's all for today. If you like this video, kindly please give thumbs up. If you'd like to see more content like this, do not hesitate and subscribe to this channel. If you'd like to comment, ask, or share your opinion, use the section below. Thanks once again. Thanks for watching.